sun is shining, it's a beautiful day, blue skies. I love nothing more than getting outside and getting the barbecue on. Today I'm lighting the barbecue to show you how to cook my pork and pineapple skewers. There's sweetness from the pineapple, umami from the marinade, and lovely smokiness from cooking over coals. Served with a colourful and crunchy slaw, this dish is the perfect crowd pleaser. Right, let's get into it. To start with, we're going to take our pork fillet, which we've cut into nice chunks, which are going to fit on our skewers, and we're going to pair that in a beautiful savoury umami flavoured sauce. So to start off, we're going to add in our brown sugar. Then we're going to add some fish sauce in. So fish sauce has got a lovely salty flavour to it, and with the soy sauce, gives that real depth of flavour and richness. And with the oyster sauce as well, it starts to build those umami flavours, which pair nicely with the sweetness in the dish. The pork fillet's a really good vehicle for all these flavours, but then also the sugar which is in the marinade caramelises when it's on the coals and gives a lovely crust as well on the meat. We're going to add in some garlic, so we're going to just mince 3 cloves. So I love this dish because it reminds me a little bit of travelling in Thailand, because it's based a little bit on mu ping, which is a sort of traditional street food which I can remember eating when travelling. So this is a really simple, easy way of doing this at home. Make sure the meat's nice and coated and all of the sugars dissolved in the other sauces as well. Ideally, we put the meat with the marinade in overnight in the fridge, but I'm going to leave it for a couple of hours now. If you're in a real rush, you could cook it straight away, but the longer we can give it, the better the flavour's going to be. So the pork's had a good couple of hours in the fridge, soaking up all those flavours. In the meantime, we've got the barbecue on, it's nice and hot. First up, we're going to take the red pepper and just turn that into bite-sized cubes. You want to have it similar size to the pork so that it cooks in the same speed. By adding some of these fruit and veg into the barbecue dishes, you can really hide some of the veg you might not get in the kids as well. So my boys certainly are more willing to eat this once it's been cooked in the barbecue than they are if I give them peppers in other dishes. I love pineapple because it gives such great sweetness to dishes. It's got a different flavour to when it's cooked compared to being raw, so it adds something different to the dish completely. So all we're going to do is just take the core out of the pineapple because we don't want that sort of tough section, and then we're just going to cut it again into similar sized cubes. We just need to make sure we've soaked those skewers for at least a couple of hours in some water, just to make sure they're not going to burn once we get them on the coals. So on each skewer, we're just going to take about 4 cubes of pork and alternate it with the pineapple and with the red pepper. So you could change out which veg you use in this. I've picked these ones because the vitamin C rich red pepper is nice and bright and crunchy, but also the pineapple gives it a bit of sweetness. But you could use some courgettes or some aubergine, firm tofu, or some other coloured peppers as well. So I'm going to give my hands a quick wash and we can get them on the barbecue. They'll need 3 to 4 minutes on each side. We need to keep our eye on them and keep turning them continuously. Altogether, it should take about 10 to 12 minutes. In the meantime, we can get on and make our slaw. Coleslaw is a great addition to all these barbecue dishes because it's nice and clean, it's got plenty of fresh flavours, and again, it's a really good way of getting loads of different variety of fruit and veg in. So now we've got our apples that are going to go on the grater as well. Gives it lots and lots of sweetness, bright flavours and a little bit of acidity, which goes well with the yoghurt. Just going to quickly check on the skewers. They're looking good. They're getting nice and caramelised on the outside. We've got a bit of char developing. Then I'm just going to get in our red cabbage. Lovely purple colour, loads of fibre, really healthy ingredient we can use. So you can take the central heart out of it and then grate the rest of it on the box grater. Any bits left over we can just chop thinly and just add those in as well. They're looking lovely. They've got loads of caramelisation on, good bit of char. If they start to get a little bit over, we can start to move into the edge of the barbecue away from the central heat, and then it'll keep the meat cooking, but it won't get any further char on the fruit and veg. We're just gonna add our red onion in, just to give it a bit of sharpness. So we're just gonna slice the onion nice and thinly. So the skewers are looking good now. I'm gonna get them off the heat. They look beautiful, absolutely spot on. You can see that lovely char on the pineapple, colour on the red pepper, but also that meat's nice and well cooked through. I'm gonna let those rest, and then I'm just gonna finish off our coleslaw. We're just gonna add in some sultanas, or you could add in raisins as well, just to give little pockets of sweetness. And then finally our coconut yoghurt. You could use Greek yoghurt, skyr yoghurt, gives a nice thick consistency, but it's a lot of healthier option than lots and lots of mayonnaise. And it's gonna complement the flavours really well. The coconut yoghurt with those kind of Thai flavours is a great pairing. Beautiful, look at all those colours, lots of oranges, reds, purples, real freshness. And then we've got our pork and pineapple skewers with our coconut slaw. I think I better have a quick taste just to make sure it's cooked. Oh, that is great. Being cooked on the open coals gives that nice smoky flavour. I love this dish because it's really bright and flavourful, but it's also really quick to do. The pork fillet's an excellent choice because it's got enough fat in it to make sure it doesn't dry out on the barbecue, but it carries heaps of flavour in there as well. Again, not heavy slaw full of mayonnaise, it's really light, vibrant, and goes really well with those umami flavours that are in the skewers. Just a reminder that Vitality members get cash back on items at Waitrose and Partners, which have the Good Health logo. Head to the member zone or the app for all the details. Get out and enjoy this one.